Good morning, guys. I'm not speaking. I'm just holding the presentation. Okay, so be there. We'll start within couple of minutes. Okay.
Good morning, all. Amar, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. Amar, if you, yeah, thank you so much, Amar. So, good morning to one and all those who are present here. So, as you are all very much aware, today we are starting with the programming skills, and you would be introduced today to the programming skills topic, and you would also learn a few concepts, that is, the basic concepts. And tomorrow you would not have any session; it will be only today from 10:30 to 1 p.m. Okay. So we have our trainer, Mr. Abhishek. Allow me to introduce him. So Mr. Abhishek is an expert in core, Java, programming, SQL, Hibernate, Spring Framework, and Spring Boot. So today he will be your trainer who would be talking. Yeah, Ravindra, I'll just give you an answer. Just wait. So he will be able to talk to you about the programming skills for today. Okay. So again, I would like to reiterate that under Skill Up Final Year program, we have quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, verbal ability, programming skills. So as you are very much aware, Monday to Friday, it is from 6:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. You have quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, verbal ability. And on Saturday and Sunday is programming skills. Now, we don't have a class on Sunday because of the festival. There are many of them traveling. So, due to the participants today, I see that the participants are very few. Maybe that could also be one of the reason. Anyways, so we are starting for today, and we will have the continuation of the same class next Saturday and Sunday. Okay. So this would be, as discussed earlier, this would be a complete 200 hours of CRT training program with placement assistance. So this program is exclusively for the engineering students who are in their final year and would be able to, uh, I mean, we are shortlisting those students alone for the placement assistance based on their aggregate, engineering aggregate, which 60% aggregate, and also their performance here during the Skill Up Final Years program. Okay. So during this, the students also will learn on the resume building, LinkedIn profile building, and a lot of techniques to crack group discussion and personal interviews. We have our HRs also who will be gradually connecting with you to interview you and then shortlist you for the 5,000 plus hiring companies. So in case if you somebody has not registered, it's my humble request to register, because only then you would be able to avail the LMS access. You will get access to the LMS, and you will also be having a lot of uh, tests conducted, subject wise and topic wise, will be conducted, where you would be able to uh, get exciting prizes of it because of it. Okay. So if you would want to be someone to get the exciting prizes, and you would want to get access, LMS access the recordings, then definitely you would have to register. Okay. So for all your questions, I'll answer. Okay. See, as I told you, today there will not be any quantitative aptitude class. So it is only in the morning from 10:30 a.m. to Saturday and Sunday. It is exclusively for the programming skills class. So on Saturday, Sunday, no quantitative, verbal, logical reasoning classes in the evening. Okay. I hope I'm clear. So Neeraja, regarding the programming language, what you're going to learn and all, Mr. Abhishek will be giving you a detailed intro on it. So you would have to wait for some more time. Okay. So, Amar, I request again to post the registration link in case if somebody has not registered, and if you want the LMS access and you would want to also avail the other benefits through this program, you will have to fill in the form. That is the registration form. Okay. All right. So, with this, all good to go. So, we have our trainer, Mr. Abhishek. Abhishek, I'm handing over to you and a warm welcome to you for today's programming skills class.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, Abhishek, you can
Yes,
take it forward from here. You have any questions or any thing towards the end? Amar is traveling with you, so you can just connect with me.
sure, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So can I start the session now?
Yes, of course. Your voice is audible. You can start with it.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Yeah, guys. Whether am I visible, right?
Yes, Abhishek, you are.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, guys. So very good morning to everyone. So as ma'am already introduced me, I am Abhishek. So I have expertise in core Java, SQL programming, Spring Boot, Spring Framework, Hibernate. So complete backend, I'll be responsible for handling. So yes, when it comes to programming, I know like most of you people will be having so many questions, like what will be he teaching, right? So let us all get answers for those questions by this end of the session. Okay, so that
Abhishek,
is what we are going to discuss. Yeah,
sorry to
ma'am.
interrupt. You
Yes,
can
yes,
share your screen and also you
yes,
can pin your screen. If you pin your screen, the student will be able to see you completely.
yes. It's already pinned.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, let me just share my screen.
So until he is sharing the screen, I would want to know anybody who is newly, I mean, for the first time attending this, like apart from the regular classes from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, where you have traveled with us, is this your first session? If it is so, please raise your hand. So all those who have raised your hands, I hope you have registered, filled in the form. Only then you will be able to get the LMS access for the recordings and for the other, uh, uh, that is the materials. Because you will also be doing constantly a lot of practice tests and all. Yeah, there are close to 24 participants. Please register. Only then we will be able to give you the LMS access. Oh,
Yes.
all right. So Abhishek, you can take it forward.
Yeah, ma'am. Sure. Yeah, guys. Whether my screen is visible, can anyone please let me know?
Yeah, your screen is visible, but you think you will have to pin your screen. Only then it will be full.
Yes, yes.
Amar, is that the same with you?
I'm able to see his Zoom screen.
Yeah, Zoom.
Yes,
Is
yes,
that a
yes. That
small
is all.
small window?
Yes, now it's fine. Like you are visible and your screen is also visible.
Okay, okay, fine.
Yes, yes. Fine, right? Good to go.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Yeah, guys. So before directly diving into what is programming, right? So first let us understand where this Java is actually used and what are its features, what are its applications, like what are its main advantages, like why do we need this programming language and all. So first, let us have a small layman terminology, okay? Uh, just a second, let me open my paint. Yeah, guys. So Let us take one small example in order to understand what we are going to discuss. Okay. So I hope everyone are aware of Facebook application, right? Facebook, Instagram, like whatever the application it is. Like I hope everyone used it and everyone are aware of it. Correct? Yes. So understand how the Facebook application works now. Okay. So let me tell you, assume I want to use Facebook now. I want to use Facebook. So what I have to do? So if I have a direct application, I can use that application, or else assume I don't have any application. So in that case, what I need to do? So I need to open the Google Chrome, right? I need to open the Google Chrome and directly I have to go to the browser and just start typing www dot where is this? Www dot facebook.com. So assume this is my browser. Assume this is my browser. So what I have to do if I, in order to use Facebook application, so in the search menu, in the search bar, I need to type the URL, correct? URL is nothing but an address. So what I need to type? I need to type www.facebook.com. In short form, I am writing, don't mind, okay? FB stands for Facebook. So I will type. So I will, after typing the URL, what should I need to do? I need to click on search button, correct? So yes, once if I click on search button, what happens? So let us understand. Say assume let me open the browser. Okay. So yes, just a second. Yes. Let me open the browser and let me start typing www.facebook.com. So once if I click enter, what happens, guys? See, can you able to see a window here? See what it is asking? It is asking me to enter my email address or phone number. Along with that, it is asking me to enter password. Correct? Yes. So what it is showing me? It is showing me the window. Correct? It is showing me the window and it is asking me to enter the email ID and password. So what happens here? When you immediately click on search, what happens here? So actually, let us understand in depth what is happening behind in the background. So that which we cannot see here. Okay. Yes. So once if I enter www.facebook.com, immediately a request is sent to the server. So this is nothing but what? This is nothing but server. Yeah, guys. So what do you mean by this server? So many people heard this. I know. So in your day-to-day life, this is the commonly used word, server. Can anyone know what is this? What do you mean by server? Sometimes, no, when you try to access a web application, so sometimes you may get some errors also. Server not found. Server is unable to respond. Right? Have you ever seen this or not? Guys, any replies? Server stored all the data and we can access. Yes, yes, that is what I'm asking. What do you mean by server? It provides service to the user. Okay, good. It is used to store the data. Good. Any answers? So day by day, you will come across this word server, server, server. Okay, server of the system which serves data to the client when requested. Okay, okay, fine, fine, fine. So whatever you told is all correct. So let me simplify it in much simpler way. Okay. So server is nothing but a huge system. It is nothing but a huge computer. So assume in your home you have a small computer, right? Small system. So why do you need system? Why do you need computer? In order to perform some task and in order to store some data. That is what even server does. Server in your home, you have a small computer. This server is nothing but a huge computer which are used to store the data and which are used to process the operations. Simple. Okay. So whenever we just click www.facebook.com and if we click on search, immediately a request will be sent to the server. Request will be sent to the server. In your server, there is something called as backend. This is nothing but what? This is nothing but backend, or else we can also call it as business logic. I will tell you what is this business logic mean. And along with that, we have something called as database. So don't worry, I'll tell you what is this business logic and what is this database mean. So I am not a great artist. So kindly please no, adjust with my diagrams. So this is nothing but database. This is nothing but database. So what happens when a request comes to the server? So for what we are actually searching for, we are actually searching for www.facebook.com. And once if you click on search, a request will be sent to the server. In this server, it will identify for which the request is coming for. For which the request is coming for? The request is coming for Facebook, correct? So now what your server will do, your server need to respond for that. So what it should do? Your server need to respond. So in this response, what it is displaying? It is displaying the login page. So nothing but what? Login page. Let me type it over here. Login page. So this is what we have seen here, guys. This is what the login page is. Correct. So this has been given as a response whenever we have given this www.facebook.com request. So yes, what does it contain? It contains ID, it contains password, right? Yes. Let me type it over here. ID, and second thing is it is asking password. So PWD. So PWD stands for password. I'm writing it in a short form. Okay. So PWD stands for password. So now what we have to do in order to get login, we need to enter our ID and we need to enter our password. So assume my ID is assume ABC, assume something ABC I'm giving. This is my ID and my password is nothing but 1234. Assume some password. Okay. For example, I'm taking. Now what I have to do after entering my ID and after entering my password, again I will click on login button. Then what happens? Once I click on login button, again immediately a request will be sent to the server. So what is happening here? Again, one more request is getting sent to the server. In this case, it will identify for which particular the request is coming. Okay. Now for which particular thing we are requesting? We are requesting for login. Now your server will identify. Okay, now user is trying to send the request for login. So now where the request will go? Now directly the request will go to the business logic. Let me tell you what is this business logic means. Just give me 2 minutes, so you will understand what is this business logic. So business logic is nothing but it is the set of instructions. Means we have written some instructions there. So why we have written instruction, for what we have written instruction, that we will understand now. Okay. So here what happens, once if we enter ID and if we enter password, so do you think directly it will give you the login page? Do you think directly will it give you the login page? Before giving you that particular page, it will first identify, it has to first verify whether is this user is a valid user or not. Correct. So already when you take this Facebook application, there will be some lakhs and crores of people using this. Correct. So where all these crores of people data are stored? These all crores of people data are stored inside database. So database is nothing but it is the place where all the user details will be stored. So now I hope you understand what is database now. So database is nothing but it is the place where all users data will be stored. So ID as well as password. So whoever the people using this Facebook application, their all details will be stored here. For example, assume PQR is the user. For example, I am taking, and his password is some 9876. Let me take one more user, ABC, and whose password is 1234. Let me take one more user, password is some 89. Okay, assume. So these are the users who are present in my database. So once if I enter my details, my ID and my password, and once if I click on login button, what happens? A request will be sent to the server. Our server will identify for which the request is coming. Correct. Now, based on that request, it will give it to the business logic. So in this business logic, what happens? We have already written some lines of code, some instructions we have written. So why we have written some instructions? The thing is, whatever the details we have entered, whatever the ID, whatever the password we have entered, it has to verify. It should verify and validate. So what it will do? It will run the instructions in order to check whether user entered details is valid or not. So what is the ID we have entered? ABC. Check whether the ID is matching with this first ID. No. We have entered ABC and the ID is PQR. No. So this is not matching. Now it will come to the next record. Check ID, what we have entered, ABC. Whether ABC is matching? Yes. Now check with the password. What is the password? 1234. So whether the password is matching 1234? Yes. So whatever the details we have entered, that is matching with the details which are already stored in the database. So now what happens? Once if the details, user entered details are matching, means those details are valid details. So now what it will do? It will run the rest of the code in order to develop a web page. So now what it will do? Once whatever the details you have entered is valid, in this case, what happens? In this case, it will create a home page. This is nothing but what? This is nothing but home page. In this case, it will create a home page. Yes, and this home page is given as an this home page is given as an response to the user, means nothing but browser. Now, which page you are able to see here? Now you can able to see home page. Now in your browser, you can able to see what? You can able to see the home page. So what do you mean by home page? You can see your profile. You can see your friends post, your friends like whoever the friends you have, your entire friends list you can see, and as well as their post, like, comment, okay, yes or not, share. These are all things you can see. That is nothing but home page. So when you can see this home page, whenever the details enter by you, whatever the details you have entered, ID and password, if it is matches, you will be able to see the home page. Suppose instead of entering 1 2 3 4, I will enter 1 2 3, guys. I will enter 1 2 3. So in this case, what happens? So when I enter my ID as ABC and when I enter my password as 1 2 3, and if I click on login, in this case, what happens? Directly the request will go to the server, and from server, it will identify for which the request is coming. Yes, now it will transfer the request to the business logic. In this business logic, we have already written some instructions. Yes. So what is the use of that instructions? It will execute in order to do verification and validation. Yes. So it will check ID, ABC, ABC, matching. Yes, ID is matching. But when it comes to password, we have entered 1 2 3. But already what is the ID stored here? Sorry, what is the password stored here? 1 2 3 4. Whether both are matching? Definitely not. So in this case, what happens? In this case, should you need to return home page? Definitely not. So in this page, what happens? In this case, your particular server will create error page now. So it will create the error page, and in this case, this error page will be returned as a response. So now user is able to see the error page, not the home page. So now in this case, user will see error page. Clear, guys? So now I hope you understand what is happening internally here. Correct? Yes. So why I have explained this all this, because now you have to understand what is front end over here. So let me tell you. So whatever user is able to see. So if you take login page, home page, error page, whatever you are able to see with your eyes, this is nothing but front end, guys. So whatever user is able to see with his eyes, it is nothing but what? This is nothing but front end. We call this as front end. So you may have a question here. Sir, yes, I understood whatever you have explained. So now I want to develop this front end part. Means I want to develop this login page. I want to develop this home page. I want to develop this error page. So these are all things I need to develop. So in order to develop this front end, what technologies I have to use? Correct. So in order to develop this front end, you must need to use HTML, stands for hypertext markup language, then CSS stands for cascading style sheets, and then JS stands for JavaScript, or else you can use any framework called as Angular or else React.js. Okay, so these are all the frameworks which are used to develop the front end part. So these technologies. So I will tell you in detail. Okay, so let us discuss. So these were the technologies used to develop the front end part. Now, when it comes to this server part, which is nothing but backend, this entire server you call it as what? This entire server part you call it as backend. So this we call it as backend. So in this backend, to develop this backend, what are all the technologies we use? So to develop this backend, we use either Java or Python or .NET, .NET, or else you can use Node.js, etc. There are still so many technologies, etc. So let us have these now. Okay. So these Java, Python, .NET or Node.js, whatever it might be. So these are used to develop this business logic, guys. Especially to develop this business logic, we use either of these technologies. Okay. Yes. Now when it comes to database, so database part, yes, to store the data, it is a huge collection of data. So to store the data, either we can go for MySQL or else Oracle SQL or Postgres or else MongoDB. Still there are so many, etc. Okay. So these are all the technologies which are used to develop the backend. Now you people may have a doubt here. Sir, whether should I need to learn all MySQL, Oracle SQL, MongoDB, all should I need to learn? No need. Either you have to learn any one DB, either MySQL or Oracle SQL or MongoDB here. Any one is enough in order to know about database. And when it comes to business logics, either I told you can go with Java or either you can go with Python or else .NET or Node.js in order to develop this business logic, right? Yes. So anyone is enough. So, but when it comes to front end, you have to use this HTML, CSS, JS is must. And when it comes to framework, either you can go for Angular or else React, correct? Yes. So now, so this front end along with backend means front end plus backend is nothing but full stack, guys. So when you can say this entire technology as full stack, so you must and should be able to develop the front end part. And if you are able to develop the backend part, then you can say you are a full stack developer. Okay, the person who develops only this front end part, he is called as front end developer. The developer who develops only this server side part, he is called as backend developer. And the person who develops both, he is called as full stack developer. Clear? So as a full stack developer, you should be aware of this front end, this back end, and database as well. Clear? So now, sir, what is Java full stack, sir? So assume front end technologies are same, back end is same. And in business logic, I told right, business logic is nothing but it is the area where you write the instructions. What kind of instructions? Instructions to perform verification and validation. So these instructions has to be written using either Java or Python or .NET or Node.js. Suppose if you use Java to develop this business logic, then this entire technology will become Java full stack. Okay. So in case if you use Python to develop this business logic, then the entire technology becomes Python full stack. In case if you use .NET in order to develop the business logic, then entire technology becomes .NET full stack. Clear? Like this. Any doubts here, guys? Clear? Understood what is full stack now? What is front end? What is back end? What is database? What are all the technologies used? Yes, if you have any queries, you can ask me. Clear? So this is must, guys. Before becoming a developer, you should know what is happening. Clear? If you have any queries, you can ask me. You can just comment in the chat box. I can so that I can answer. Clear? Okay, okay, fine, fine. So now, I'm go. Yes, yes, yes. Good question, Ravindra. I am going to come to that. Yes, 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 yes. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Yes. So as I told, no, sir, should I now? You people will have a doubt now. Sir, should I need to go for Java full stack, Python full stack, or .NET full stack, or Node.js full stack? So you have a question now. So let me tell you guys. So when it comes to web development, so whatever the entire architecture you are seeing here, this is nothing but web development or web application. So when it comes to web development part, so Java has the upper hand, guys. Let me tell you why. It doesn't mean that Python is less or Node.js is less or .NET is less. Let me tell you. So basically what happens is using Java, you can develop any kind of application, whether it is mobile application or a desktop application, or whether it is web application, standalone application, anything, any application you can easily develop using Java. Why? Because Java has already built-in libraries. Means you need not to develop from the scratch. You can directly import them and you can directly use them. So that there are two advantages of it. One is rapid application development. Means you can develop an application within no time because already you have some libraries in that. That is one of the biggest reason. So another reason is security. So basically when you observe the banking applications, so I hope you know what are the banking applications and what are the e-commerce application. E-commerce application is nothing but, so this assume Flipkart, Amazon, so Meesho, so whatever these kind of applications are there, these kinds of application is nothing but e-commerce application. In e-commerce application, what happens is, so assume you are using Amazon. So you have liked the product. Okay. Now you want to book that product. So what it will do, sometimes it will ask for direct payment. You can directly do the payment, right? Yes, while booking the product. So you have to proceed with the payment. So in that case, what happens? If you want to make that payments happen, there Java will provide you much more security than other technologies. When it comes to banking application and when it comes to e-commerce application, like Java, there is no other technology that provides so much security. So that is why Java is highly preferable here. These are all the two advantages of it. One is rapid application development, means you can develop an application within no time. So another advantage is security. Yes. So when it comes to Python, Python is also very good, but it is very good in other fields, not in web development. So in web development also you can use Python, but there are very few companies which are using the Python. So assume there are 100 companies. Okay. Out of those 100 companies, almost 75% of the companies will prefer Java because of its security. When it comes to mobile application, web application, I'm speaking, guys. When it comes to artificial intelligence, when it comes to IoTs, machine learning, deep learning, whatever it may be, data science, whatever, advanced technologies. So there, most preferably used technology is nothing but Python there. So there Python is used there. Okay. So it doesn't mean Java is not used. You can use Java also, but Python is like much more easier to use there. When it comes to AI, ML, and deep learning, blockchain, like whatever it is. And when it comes to Node.js, so let me tell you what happens with Node.js. So by using this Node.js also you can develop the application, but not very huge applications. You can develop small scale industry applications you can develop using Node.js. And when you want to go for very huge applications like Flipkart, Facebook, Netflix, at the time you have to go with Java only. Clear? It's understood? So where you have doubt, Surya? Explain Java full stack, sir, again. Yeah, where you doubt? Is everyone understood? Yes. Any queries you have? No more queries? So I guess by this time you understood now. So about which technology we are going to discuss. Yes. Yeah, when it comes to .NET, actually .NET is developed by Microsoft guys. Okay. So yeah, not compared with Java, but also yeah, even .NET has some features, no? But most probably, like majority of the companies, they prefer with Java only. So it doesn't mean .NET is not used. It is used, but less. But less. Only preferred companies, only few selected companies will you go for .NET. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. I'll share that. I'll share. See, C and C++, what happens? No. Basically, C and C++ are very old languages. So initially, C language is used for just to give instructions for suppose assume you are controlling some so for example take a remote. So if you want to know use the remote in order to communicate with the television, so at the time to make those small things possible they were using C language or okay. And to deal with the microprocessors, no, those entire technologies was built using C languages only. So actually C doesn't support OOPS guys. Object oriented programming that is not supported by C language. Okay. So that is why they have developed C++. But C++ has its features when it comes to game development, not web development. Web development, it is different. Game development is different. So C++ is majority, like majorly used in game development. Okay. So that is different again. What we will learn for this 3 to 4 months? Yes, very good question. I'll tell you that. Ravindra Kumar, I'll tell you. So understood, guys? Till now, any doubt over here? No? Shall we continue? Oh, fine, fine. So now, in these 3 months, what we are going to discuss? So let me tell you. So first, we will be starting with Java, guys. Okay. So Java along with programming. So basically, when it comes to your interview, okay, so they will highly concentrate on your programming skills. So at least they will try to check your logical building. So how whether the candidate is able to build his logic on his own or not. So that is what mainly the interviewer will check for. Correct. So you need to be logically very strong when it comes to programming. So he will mainly concentrate on your logical building only. So that too, if you have more programming skills on Java, so there are like so many possibilities that you may get hired where compared to other students. So when you mention Java in your resume, that gives more strength to your resume, right? So yeah, that is what our main agenda is. So I will give you the entire agenda. So but for now, let us discuss some basic things about Java. Okay, I'll give you that entire thing. So need not to worry. Okay, fine. So basically, yes. What is this Java? So can anyone? So just tell me whatever you know. In which app we write programming? Yes, I'll tell you. So it is not app. Basically, we call it as IDEs. Means IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. Okay. So I will come to that. We'll discuss. See, this is our first class. We cannot discuss everything here. Okay. I'll let you know all your queries. Yes. Yeah. What is Java, guys? Anyone? Java is a programming language. Okay. Java is object-oriented programming language which runs on JVM. Okay, very good. Then it is a programming language. Yes, very good. Yes, any other? Platform independent. I'm not asking features. I'm just asking what is Java. Java is programming language which can support OOPS concepts, runs on JVM. No, same copy paste. Okay, Java is a high level programming language and allows OOPS. Okay, Java is an high level programming language which is used in many different fields of IT. Okay, very good, very good, very good. So whatever your answers are, yes, yes, correct, correct. Widely used programming language for coding web applications. So, okay, okay, listen, listen. So before going into Java, okay, so whatever you have said, everything is correct, guys. So let me make you understand in much more easier way. So before going into Java, first let us understand what is language. What is language, guys? What is a language? I don't want Google answers. Just tell me whatever you know on your own. Yes, use it to communicate, communicate. Yes, use it to communicate with computer. So you won't communicate with humans. Pratik, yeah, maybe stick to machines lot. A language is medium to use for communication. Yes, very good. Set of words and sentences, very good. Set of rules and regulations, good. To express feelings, very good. Between two members, only between two members. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Whatever you have told is everything is right. Yes. So let me tell you in a simpler way, what is language? So language is nothing but a medium of communication. It is nothing but a medium of communication. So assume you want to share your feelings. You want to express your feelings to your friends or to your family members or whomever it is. You want to express your feelings. So to express your feelings, you need some medium there to communicate. That medium is nothing but a language. So in short form, we can say language is a medium in order to express our feelings or else in order to share our feelings. Correct? So yes. So what is programming language then? So we have seen language. So what is programming language? What is programming language? Medium to communicate with OS. Of instructions which is used to communicate with computer. Okay, very good. So nothing, nothing. So language is nothing but it is a medium to communicate with others, like human beings, right? So programming language is nothing but it is a medium to communicate with the system. Simple. So programming language is nothing but the medium which is used to communicate with the system, or else a computer, or else a machine, we can say. Okay. So assume why do we need this programming language? Do you think is it necessary? Obviously, yes, guys. Because I cannot directly talk to a system with English or with some local languages, either Telugu, Kannada, Tamil, Malayalam, whatever it might be. You cannot directly talk to my system. So actually, you can talk, but the thing is, system won't understand your local languages. Correct? So how can I make my system to understand? So that is the biggest question here. So in order to communicate with the system, in order to make your system understand, then normal language is no not it is not recommended to talk with your system. So then which language you need? You need programming language, correct? So using this programming language, you can communicate with your system. And again, question comes here, sir, why do we need to communicate with our system, sir? Right? So yes, why do we need to communicate with our system? In order to make the system to perform some task. So assume I have a task. I am very much lazy. I don't want to perform it. So what I will do? I will tell my machine, a machine just perform this task. Do you think my machine will do? No. So how can I make my machine to perform the task? So by using the programming language. By using this programming language, I will instruct my system in order to perform the task. Clear? So I want to make my machine work, and that will reduce my work stress. Correct or not? So to make the machine work, we need programming language here. So to talk to the system, to deal with the system, we need this programming language. Clear? Yes. So basically, programming language is divided into three types, guys. So how many types? Three types. So programming language is of three types. So first one, so that is nothing but low level language. So what is this low level language mean? So this low level language is nothing but machine level language. Either you can call it as low level language or else machine level language, or else you can say it as binary language. So there are three names for this. Low level language you can say, machine level language you can say, or else binary language you can say. Let me tell you what are all these means. So this low level language is very much easier for your system to understand. Okay? Yes. So assume take your system. So in your system, in your computer, there is something called as processor. So what is the job of the processor? What is its task? So the job of the processor is to perform the instructions, is to execute the instructions. So whatever the instructions you are giving to the system, so your processor will do all the job. It will execute all your instructions. So that is the job of your processor. The processor will understand only one language, guys. So which is that language? That language is nothing but low level language, or you can call it as machine level language or binary language. Sir, what are all these mean? Let me tell you. Binary is nothing but two, guys. Bi means two. When it comes to English, bi means two. So what is the two? The two is nothing but zeros and ones. So zeros and ones. So except these zeros and ones, your system will not understand any of the languages. It won't understand any language. So zero indicates off, one indicates on. So it is like a signal to your processor, on, off, on, off, on, off. So in this way, your processor will understand whatever we are going to communicate with. For example, assume I want to make my system understand, okay? So 10 plus 20. I want to make my system understand what is 10 plus 20. It should perform this task and it should give me the result. So what I will do, I will directly give 10 plus 20. So if I directly give 10 plus 20, do you think my system will understand? Tell me, do you think my system will understand? My processor will understand? No, exactly not. Yes, why? Because just now I told my system will understand what kind of language? Only binary, zeros and ones. Except zeros and ones, it will not understand any of the languages. So if I give 10 plus 20, do you think it will understand? Never, because this 10 and 20, it's in mathematical language, correct? It is a mathematical instruction. Numbers it is. Yes, completely it's math, correct. So this math, my machine won't understand. This numerical values, it won't understand. So it will understand only 0 and 1s. 0 and 1 is nothing but on, off. So now, here the problem comes. So how can I make my system in order to understand this 10 plus 20? That is where this conversion comes now. So if I directly give 10 plus 20, my system will not understand. So in order to make my system understand, I need to convert this into binary. So basically now it is in decimal format, guys. So this 10 and 20 is in decimal format. Now I need to convert it to binary. So what happens when you convert this 10 into binary? So you already know LCM. What do you mean by LCM? LCM stands for least common multiple. So first what I will do, I will take LCM for 10. So basically I'll take LCM for this 10. So what happens when I take LCM for this 10? So how can I take LCM for this 10? So first I will divide it with 2. So 2 5 is a 10. Correct. So what is the remainder over here? So the remainder is 1. Correct. Next again, I will divide this 5. Again, I'll divide this 5 with 2 again. So 2. 2 2s are 4. Correct. So what is the remainder here again? Remainder is 1. Now again, 2. I will divide this 2 with again 2. So again, I will divide this with 2. Yes. 2 1s are 2. So what is the remainder? The remainder is 0. So now take it in inverse order. So 1 0 double 1. So what is the binary format for 10? The binary format for 10 is 1 0 double 1. Okay, so the same way when you find it for 20, what is the binary for 20? Calculate and tell me fast. So what is the binary form for 20? Do it in the same way. You will get, yes, 101 double 2. So the binary format for 20 is the binary format for 20 is 10100. Okay. So now for plus operator also there is one binary, guys. So for plus also there is some binary code. So you can just search it in the Google. Okay. So assume 10111 is the binary for 10 and some 10001 something for plus, and for 20 10100. See, to make my system understand 10 plus 20, I am doing like say so much of conversion. First I need to convert this 10 to binary, and for plus operator also there is some binary code that I need to take, and to perform 20 also there is some binary conversion again that I need to take, and I have to give it to the system. See, such a huge code. 10 11 0 0 0 1 0 like this. So on off on off off, like this. A complete instruction I have to provide. So then my system will understand, okay, he is trying to give me 10 plus 20. Now it will calculate and it will provide us the output, which is nothing but 30. Understood? So this is the biggest disadvantage, guys. So basically, this low level language is very easy for a system to understand. For your system, understanding this binary language is very simple. But what about the programmer? Do you think is this an easy task for the programmer? Just for giving 10 plus 20, you are doing so much of hard work. You are doing so much of conversion. So assume you want to build one big application. Do you think is it possible with this binary language? Is it recommended? Definitely not. Correct. So it will take some decades. No, not even decades are possible. It will take your generation, your children generation, and their generation in order to develop one small application. Impossible it is. So that is why they have introduced assembly level language. Assembly level language. Or you can say this as mid-level language. So in this mid-level language, we already have something called as assembler, guys. So what we have? So we have something called as assembler. Let us discuss what is that assembler first, okay? So in this mid-level language, what happens is, so there is already some predefined instructions. So there are already some keywords, guys. So what kind of keywords? Those kinds of keywords are nothing but add, okay, sub, and MOV, like that. These kind of some kinds of keywords are there. So let me tell you what are these keywords are. So assume you want to perform addition. So if you want to perform addition, no need of conversion and all. So here what happens? Directly you can use. By using this add keyword, directly you can perform the addition. For example, listen. So I have, just let me enlarge it. So I have A. So assume I have a container A is equal to 10. Assume. So here the value 10 is stored in A and the value 20 is stored in B. So now I want to perform addition between A and B. So what I can do? So directly I can use add keyword. So using this add keyword, I can give an instruction like this: add A comma B. So now what happens? This add is already a keyword. Okay. So by using this keyword, it will perform addition between A and B. So what is stored in A? 10. What is stored in B? 20. So what is the functionality of this add keyword? In order to perform the addition between A and B. So now it will give you the output that is nothing but 30. Now here you may have a doubt here, guys. Sir, you told me machine will understand only binary, correct? So what is that binary means? Zeros and ones. But here we are giving keywords, add, sub, mul, like this we are giving. So how will our system will understand, sir? Like, like this is the doubt you may have, correct? Yes, already I only told that system will understand only binary, but here we are giving keywords now. So how do you think that our system will understand this code? Guys, are you getting my question? Okay, listen, I will take one small example. Listen. So let me take one small example. Okay, let me take it over here. So assume Let me take one small example. Listen. Assume his name is okay. Let us take a name. What is his name? Suggest me any name. Assume Raju. Okay. Yes. Assume his name is Raju. So basically, Raju knows one language. So that language is, assume, some Hindi. He knows only Hindi. Now he went to Korea. No, so he have some no, he got a job, or due to some reason he went to Korea. Okay. So there in Korea he met a girl. Okay. So I am not a great artist, guys. So please kindly assume this as Raju, and let us give her a name. Okay, don't. Yes. Okay. So suggest me one name. Okay, let us go with Sheila. Sheila. Some Sheila. Okay. So now Raju went to Korea and he met a girl. Her name is Sheila. So let us assume she knows only Korean. Korean. So she doesn't know any other language. So Raju know only Hindi. Now he is madly in love with her. Okay. He want to express his feelings to her. He want to know, make her understand his love. Now Raju will try to communicate with her in Hindi. Huh? Do you think Sheila will understand? No. So whatever Sheila replies to him in Korean, do you think Raju will understand? No, definitely not. Correct or not? So the communication is not possible between these two people. Correct? So whatever these two are able to talk now, whether whatever Raju says in Hindi that Sheila doesn't understand, and whatever Sheila tells in Korean that Raju won't understand. Problem comes here. So what is the solution? Any solution, guys? So now, in order to give solution to this problem, we have to get one intermediate person. We need to get one third person. Who is the third person? This third person is nothing but translator. So who is he? He is nothing but translator. Yes. So what is his job? What is his job? Who is he? He is nothing but a translator. So what is his job? So whatever Raju tells to this translator in Hindi, he will take that instruction and he will convert it to the Korean and he will tell to Sheila. And whatever Sheila tells in Korean, he will take that instruction, he will convert it to Hindi and he will reply it to Raju. So here, whom can you take as a translator? Can you take anyone whom you want? Definitely not. You can take a person as a translator only the person who knows both Hindi as well as Korean. Correct or not? So you cannot take everyone as a translator here. Yeah. So you have to take the person who knows Hindi as well as Korean. Yes. So the translator must and should know both the languages. Whatever Raju tells, he will take that instruction, convert it, reply to the Sheila. Whatever Sheila tells, he will take it, translate it, and give it to the Raju. Getting the same way here also. So whatever the instructions we are giving, add, sub, move. So these instructions are in assembly level language or else mid-level language. So if you directly give it to your system, so these instructions, if you directly give it to your system, do you think your system will understand? Definitely not. Your system will not understand. Why? Because your system knows only binary language, means zeros and ones. So these instructions are in mid-level language or assembly level language. Do you think system will understand? Not at all. Now what you have to do in order to make your system understand? I need to get a translator over here. So I need to get one third person translator. That translator is nothing but assembler. So whom I need to get here? I need to get a third person translator that is nothing but is assembler. So what is the job of assembler here? So whatever the construction, whatever the instructions we are giving in mid-level language, that he will take it as input, convert to the binary, which is nothing but zeros and ones, and then it will give it to the system. Now your system is able to understand whatever the instructions we are giving, and it will produce the output. Getting, guys? Yes. So here again there is one disadvantage. So using this add, using this sub, and using this move, you can perform only arithmetic operations. So what do you mean by arithmetic operations? Only you can perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, only this. Correct? Anything else you can perform? Definitely not. Definitely not. No, not possible. So do you think using this assembly level language, we can develop huge applications like Flipkart, Facebook, Amazon? Using this assembly level language? No, not possible. So that is why they have introduced third type of language, that is high level language base. What is that language? The third type of language is nothing but high level language. So already you people have got one idea now. So what do you mean by high level language? High level languages. Example, your Java, Python, C, C++. So examples of high level languages are C, C++, Java, Python, C Sharp, okay, then .NET, then Ruby, etc. So many languages. There are more than 1500 programming languages are there. Okay, etc. Understood now? What is high level programming language? So now this Java, Python and all comes under which level language now? Now all these comes under high level language. Clear? So now, what is the use of this high level language? Let me tell you, when it comes to low level language, first one, low level or machine or binary language. So whatever it is. So when it comes to this low level language, for your system, it is very much easier to understand. Okay. But for a programmer, it is not that easy to communicate with the machine with low level language. Okay. So that is the disadvantage. So that is why we are going for assembly level language. But using assembly level language, no, you can easily give the instructions, but you cannot able to develop huge applications. So that is the disadvantage in assembly level language. But when it comes to high level programming language, here you can develop any kind of application. So basically why they have introduced this high level languages, because there are two biggest advantages. One advantage is you can develop any kind of application. So whatever, like if you want to develop huge applications, you can develop within no time. Okay. And one more advantage is these high level languages are very easier for the programmer in order to understand. For a programmer, in order to instruct the system, or else in order to make the system understand, or else in order to perform some task, using high level language, it is very easier for me. Assume I am a developer, I am a programmer. For me, it is very much easier to give instructions in high level language. So this is what the biggest advantage. For the programmer, it is very much convenient. Then what about system? So for a programmer perspective, it is easy. Okay. What for the system? So already I told, our system will understand what kind of language? Only binary, zeros and ones. Yes, except zeros and ones, our system won't understand anything. But in which level language we are giving the input? We are giving the input in high level language. Do you think our system will understand? Definitely not. So again, what happens here? Again, I need a converter. I need a translator. Yes or not? So assume I'm writing some instructions. So using any one of the language, any language. So either Java, C++, any language I'm using here. And I'm writing some instructions. Okay. Using high level language. So let me write it over. HLL is nothing but high level language. In short form, I'm giving. So using this language, using one of the language, I'm writing some code. And assume I have a system over here. And to this system, I'm directly giving that code. Do you think our system will understand, guys? Definitely not. Why? Because already I told you, our system will understand only zeros and ones. Except zeros and ones, your dumb machine will not understand any language. So now, in which language I have written instructions? High level language. Which language my system will understand? Only zeros and ones. Now again problem comes here. Now again, whom should I call? I need to call the third person. Who is the third person? The third person is nothing but the translator. Okay. So who is he? He is nothing but translator. So what is his job? Translator. So what is his job? So whatever the high level instructions that we are giving as an input to the translator, it should take that instruction, convert it, and give it to the system in binary. So here in assembly level language, we have that translator. He is nothing but assembler. But when it comes to high level language, who is the translator? In high level language, the translator is nothing but either compiler or interpreter. Either compiler or interpreter. So don't worry guys, what is this compiler or what is this interpreter? We will discuss in the further classes, okay? So need not to worry about that. I'll give you full clarity about what is compiler, what is interpreter, okay? Yes. So for time being, this compiler or interpreter acts as a translator between high level language and the machine. Clear? So now using this high level language, you can develop any kind of application. Clear? So very important question to your interview. So interviewer might ask, tell me what is programming language and what are the types of programming language. So in that case, you have to make him understand. Clear? See, don't by heart the concept. There is nothing to by heart. So just try to understand. So if you understand what happens, no, you will never forget it. But if you by heart, no, so easily after 10 days, 20 days, or 1 month, you will easily forget. So don't mug up. Okay. So try to understand. So whatever it is, so try to understand. Yes, easy. Any doubts here? Yes, yes. Bhavika, correct. We'll discuss that. Compiler, interpreter. Again, detailedly we'll discuss. Need not to worry. So any doubts, guys? So what is programming language? What are the types of programming language? Clear? What is high level? What is low level? What is mid level? I hope you are clear now. So whomever asks you question based on this, now you are ready to tell them. Clear? Yes. Okay. Okay. Fine. 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 So now, which particular high level language we are going to use here? So we are going to start with Java now. So what is Java now? Basically, Java is a high level programming language. So which are used to develop any kind of application, whether it is a small application or medium scale application or a large application, we can develop any kind of application using this Java. The difference between assembler and translator, both are doing the same work, right? Yes. See, assembler, what it is doing, assembler is converting this mid-level instructions. This mid-level instructions, it is converting it to zeros and ones. But compiler or interpreter, what it is doing, it is converting high-level instructions. There is difference. Okay. Satya, understood? Satya Swarupa. So don't get confused. Assembler will convert mid-level instructions to binary, but compiler or translator will convert high-level instructions to binary. Okay, yes, yes. Our instructions means in Java or Python, whatever you write the code. Don't get confused. There is difference. Okay. Yeah, guys. So now let us stick to Java now. So what is Java? Java is nothing but a high-level programming language. Okay, so let me erase it. So now let us stick to Java. Yes. So what is Java? Java is nothing but a high-level language which are used to instruct the system. So using this Java, you can develop any kind of application, whether small scale, medium scale, or large scale applications. And using this Java, you can develop either mobile application, desktop application, or else web application also. Any kind of application you can develop using the Java. And if you observe, have you noticed Nokia 5107 phone in your childhood? Keypad phone. Yes, in that, have you ever played the snake game? So whenever you open that snake game, initially, no, it will show you a small screen, Java, and a teacup was mentioned there. Have you ever noticed, guys? Yes, yes, big fan of snake game. Yes. So I hope no early to 2K kids and 90s kids are well aware about that game. Yes, yes, yes. So that game is basically developed using Java only. Guys. So not only that games, so many games are developed using Java. So do you know who is the one invented this beautiful language? His name is James Gosling. So he is the one who developed this Java language. So let me tell you why. So when C language was introduced, so C language was having so many limitations, guys. Okay. Yes, James Gosling, correct. So he's no when it comes to C language, there were so many limitations. So initially it was not supporting any oops concept. Okay. So and it is very restricted for no very few things. So it is not suitable for web application. It is not suitable for any other things. Okay. So one day James Gosling and his team, so they have decided. So we need a language, we need to develop one language. So the language has to be used in controlling the uh, microservice applications. For suppose you take AC, air conditioner. Okay, to control that air conditioner with your remote, no, so you need one programming language there. And your set-top box, and you want to control that, no, then again you need a remote where again you have to deal with the programming language. So he decided, so we need one programming language to control this microservices. Okay, so these microsystems, like whatever these electric appliances are there, if you want to control this, you need one programming language. So that he decided, and he and his team, they started working on Java. Okay, so basically, let me tell you. So they have started in the year 1991. So they have started in early 1991, and literally they took almost 4 years, and they finally developed in 1994. So 1994 is the year where they have developed this Java. So when initially they developed this Java, they named it as Oak Technologies, OAK. So Oak Tree, have you seen Oak Tree? So just type in the Google, you will understand Oak Tree. So I hope everyone have seen the tree. No, not seen. Okay, just type it in the Google, you will get the images. So why they have mentioned it as Oak Technologies means, so when James Gosling and along with his team, okay, so they were working in Sun Microsystems. So they were in a no company. So they are already working in a company. That company is nothing but Sun Microsystems. So this James Gosling and along with his team, so they were started developing this language in that Sun Microsystems only. So beside of that Sun Microsystems, beside of that company, there was one big work. So that is why James Gosling, he named this technology as Oak Technologies initially. But already there was a company called as Oak Technologies before. So already, some people took patent rights on that name. So they filed a case on James Gosling. So already we have registered this name. How can you take this name? So then at that particular time, he decided to change his name from Oak Technologies to Java. Then he renamed that with Java. So let me tell you why he kept with Java name. So why he has gone with Java. So basically what happens is there is one island, guys. So in the Thailand, no, so these Java beans are very popular. So basically what happens is while developing the technology, he used to drink the coffee. He's like coffee addict. So that particular coffee bean was no, it is cultivated in one island. I guess it's in some Indonesia or something. In the Thailand, no, that particular coffee bean is very famous there. So then he decided, so why don't I name that coffee bean name with my technology? So that is why he named that with Java, and that is the symbol for that Java as well. You can find one no teacup, coffee cup as a logo. Have you observed or not? Yes. Have you observed that? Correct. So the logo of that Java technology is nothing but coffee. So when he was drinking that coffee, he decided to name that with that particular coffee bean. So the logo also he had decided to keep that. So that is how this Java name came. Clear? So now understood. So what is Java? Who invented this Java? Okay. So understood the history of Java now. Yes. Any doubts here? No, right? Yes. So remember the person name, James Gosling. So he is the one who created this revolutionary technology. Okay. So when in the early 1991 he started, and it almost took him 4 years in order to finish this technology. Within 4 years, of span he created this technology. Yes, yes, yes. Late 1994 means early 1994. Yes, yes. So almost 4 years, 4 to 5 years. Yes. Clear? So now we will discuss some of the most important features of Java. Features of Java. Listen, guys, very important question for your interview. So your interviewer definitely he will ask, tell me, no. So how that interview will start? No. So he'll ask you, uh, can you please tell me which is your favorite programming language? You might ask, or else can you tell me in which particular language you are comfortable with? So in case if you tell Java, no, so immediately the first question he will trigger, that is, what are the features of Java? So very important question. Okay. So now listen. First feature. So why do we need to go for Java? What is the advantage? First thing is easy to learn. Easy to learn. You people may have a doubt here. Sir, no, Java is not at all easy. So already you might heard from different peoples. So maybe your seniors or no your friends. Oh, Java is very difficult. Yes, that we cannot learn. Yes or not? So basically, for no most of the people, Java is no nightmare. So they are worried. So we may not we are unfit to learn Java. Nothing like that. Even fifth class student can learn Java. Trust me. Do you know why Java became so much famous in this entire world and basically in India also? Do you know why, guys? Whether Java is famous or not? Yes, Java is no famous, right? Everywhere you use Java. So almost I told, if there are 100 companies, almost 98% of the companies they stick to Java. Why? Why? In India, especially you take. Do you know why? Because Java is easy. So we Indians, how our mindset, if someone says it is difficult, no, we never even think of doing that. We never go there. So we will just, if someone tells it is difficult, okay, I cannot do that. So let me give it up. So that is how we are. Our mindsets are. So why Java became so much famous? It's because it is so much easy. That is the main reason. So Java became more famous because it is easy. So trust me, if any idiot tells Java is difficult, no, after completion of my class, tell him, hey, Java is very easy. Java is not difficult. So I'll make you to that level. Okay. Java is very easy, guys. Trust me. Nothing it is. Java is nothing. Even a fifth class student can learn Java. So just no, you need some interest to learn and you need little amount of dedication to do it. That's it. Anybody can learn Java. So nowadays, you know what? Our new education system, no, they are going to implement, they are going to start Java from sixth class onwards. So maybe very soon they might introduce that. Why? Because from sixth standard, they are trying to make the students like used to the programming languages. So that is easy. Like even a fifth class student can learn Java. Yes. And second, Java is platform independent. Is platform independent. Don't worry, we'll discuss what is platform independent or not. Okay. So first let us discuss the features. So next topic is platform independent only. We'll see. So let me give a layman terminology here. What is platform independent? So what happens is, so basically if you develop an application using a particular system, so assume I have a system. So my system configuration is, assume it is Windows 64-bit. So using this Windows 64-bit, I have developed one Java application. Assume I have developed one game, assume small game I have developed. So now this particular game can be used in any of the systems, like whether it is Mac OS or Windows 32-bit or Windows 64-bit or Linux, like whatever it is, that game can be playable. So this is nothing but platform independent. you can develop an application in one particular system so that it can be executable in any of the systems. So like no matter whatever the OS you are using, it is executable in any of the systems. Okay. So just get a basic idea. We'll discuss it in depth. Okay. So need not to worry. I will teach you what is platform dependent, what is independent. Beautiful concept it is. So we'll discuss that. So third, it is, as I said, it is highly secured, highly secured language. So we'll discuss about this also. Don't worry. Okay. Java is easy to learn, platform independent, highly secured, and as well as multi-threaded. I'll tell you what is this multi-threaded. Everything we'll discuss. So just for namesake, you just remember. Okay. Multi-threaded is nothing but what we can say multitasking. You can say yes. Do you know? Like anyone know about multitasking? Yes, robust. We'll discuss. Yes, multitasking. Do you know? So basically, already few people will be doing now. So whatever the class I'm teaching, they will be no listening to that, and beside of that, parallelly no, they will be chatting. Yes or no? That is what multitasking. And few people will be eating and listening to the class. Say parallel execution. Yes, that is nothing but multitasking. You people are very good in multitasking. I know. See some Lohita. In gaming. Oh, okay, in gaming you use. Okay. Getting. What do you mean by multi-threaded? Okay, okay, sure. Yes. And robust. Robustness is nothing but accuracy, guys. So it is much faster as well as it is much accurate. So you can know whatever the output you predict, it will give you in much no predictable way, like very more near. So very accurate it is. Okay. And one more thing, distributed. Distributed. So many guys. If you keep on discussing, no, there are no limitations for this. Easy to learn, platform independent, highly secured, multi-threaded, robust, distributed, as well as main important thing is object oriented. Object oriented, still etc. Many things are there. Highly performance, etc. Still so many are there. Okay. So these are more than it. So features of Java, very important guys. Remember, okay? Yes. So understood what is Java, why Java, what are the features of Java? Here. Yes. So very important question. Okay. So guys, I hope everyone are having laptops with you. Yes. So kindly please reply in me in the chat box. Yes, right? Okay. So I hope everyone are having. Okay. So yes. So what happens is if you want to execute and if you want to run Java, so basically you must need to install a software in that. So okay, Nazir, if you don't have laptop, at least you can take your friend's laptop to execute. Okay. So at least make your make use of your friend's laptop. Yes. Java development kit. Yes, we'll talk about that. So you need a software. So yes, you need one software in order to run and in order to execute your Java there. Okay. So no need of online. Why? Because see, online is not that much efficient. You need to install it in your local machine. Okay. So that we will do in our next class. That installation process will do everything. So for today's session, let us only stick to the concepts. Okay. Yes, in the next class, I will know we will install that software and all. So how to install JDK, what is JDK, JRE, JVM, we'll discuss completely regarding that. So when it comes to interview perspective, those are very important. JDK, JRE, and JVM. Okay, that we'll discuss. So as I told you, okay, so please, at least if you don't have laptops, so make sure you are getting your friends' laptops. Okay. So because if you want to execute like whatever the programs I am giving, that you have to trace it and you have to execute parallelly. Or else no, Java is not something if you listen to someone you will get it. No, never. You have to listen the same way you have to practice it. Clear guys. Okay. So yes, shall we wind it up our session now? So that next session we can directly go with installation and we can start our programming. Because now only 30 minutes left, so we cannot do installation. Attendance. So yes, regarding attendance, like who is the person responsible for that? Umar sir. Okay, wait. Just a second, wait. See. Just a second, guys. See. Why be? I'm like slow. Let me tell you. See, because most of the students are from CSC here, so I know, and there are students who are from mechanical background, civil background, and some other departments as well. So for you CSC people, you may know previously already know these concepts. Okay, but for them it is very much new. So first day itself, I don't want to know rush up. So I don't want to make it fast. So I wanted everyone in my session to understand. Okay, so that is my main motive. So whoever sits in my class, regarding whether he is civil or mechanical, like whatever it may be, so everyone should get it. Okay. So don't worry. See, because even I should know. See, this is very first class. Means for no, for you and me. For you, I am new, and for me, you people are new. So first, it will take some 2 to 3 sessions, no, in order to get to one flow. So once if that flow is built, once if that rapport is built, then I can go a little faster. So I hope you people understand it. Okay. So first day itself, I cannot directly go. See, if I go fast, it doesn't mean that I cannot go fast. I can literally go fast. So why I am going slow means like even mechanical students are, even they have to understand. Yes, sir, I am from mechanical and I understand what you said today. Thanks. Yes, see, this is what I needed. It's okay, guys. So don't worry. So as our rapport builds, I will take it in little faster way. Okay. So don't worry. We'll do it. So whether Amar sir is there? Yes, he is there. Hello.
Yes, I'm there.
Yeah, sir. So we'll wind it up today. Why?
Yeah,
Because
sure.
we need to do next the software installation because only 30 minutes are left. So in these
Okay,
30
yeah.
minutes, we cannot do anything. Yes.
Yeah, sure. We'll
So
continue in the next session then.
sure, sir. Sure.
Yeah. So, dear participant, thank you so much. for attending today's session. I already shared the attendance and feedback form in the chat box. So please mark your attendance and share your feedback.
Thank you, Hina Mulani. All right. Oh, okay, sorry. Thanks for your great feedback. Okay. Thank you so much. It means a lot.
Okay, so on this note, reminder for the day, guys, we'll meet you next session. So thank you so much for attending. And as all of you have 2 days week off, so you can just